Hello, beautiful friend. Welcome back to Walking in Magic. Thank you for being here. My name is MA, and you are in for a treat today. So, I was intending to go live, but I wasn't able to. Little bit of technical difficulties on the YouTube end. Um, but that doesn't mean we didn't get to create a video today. So, if you hopped on over from my email list to watch this live and didn't see it, my apologies, but here we are. And this video promises to be something really special because we're going to do a couple of things. We are taking advantage of the beautiful energetic frequency that we're in right now with this incredible astrology. And we're going to talk about starting something new. So I'm going to do that in two ways to support you. The first is I'm going to give you 8 ideas of things that you can do to begin again, tangible things that are tangible, yet of course have an air of magic about them because this is why we're here, right? To bring magic into all of our proceedings. And the other thing we're going to do is I'm going to offer you a closed eye channeled meditation slash activation to support you in fueling your the project that you're going to start. So whatever it is that you have in your heart that you want to do, what I'm advising the clients that I work closely with today is to do something with this new moon. And whenever you watch this, know that this is charged with that frequency. So anytime is a good time to start something fresh. And if you're looking to actually like take a step forward, then you are in the right place. Let's dive right into the 8 ideas that I have for you of how to tangibly and magically start again, right? How to begin again, how to start again, find yourself with renewed energy. I want you to look at all of these through the lens of 3 key ingredients. One of them is that you get to be really bold about whatever you begin today, whatever step you take today. Bold. That's going to mean something different for everybody. So what I'd say is think about your own meter of bold, and then you get to dial it up a little bit. Challenge yourself in that department to take that bold, courageous action that's going to really support you and what you do and align with the energy that we're working with. The other one is have it be something that is in the realm of being seen. Now that's again going to be something that looks different for everybody. For some of us, being seen is literally putting out, a video or an audio or a post or something like that. For some of us, it might look like maybe journaling on what does it mean for me to be seen and where do I have fear around this particular topic in my life. Being seen for who I am. So being seen authentically in your raw self-expression, right? Like, who are you? And again, this is a question that we're getting asked right now with this energy that we're navigating is who are you? Who are you? So it's a wonderful day to do something in the realm of being seen for who you are. And I invite you to play with that to see what that lights up for you. And then the third ingredient I would say is have it involve, again, this is where we bring in some ceremonial magic, is if all you do is at least light a candle to represent the fire of the energy of starting something new, the spark starter energy that we're working with, thanks to Aries and Leo. Regardless of when you do this, I can tell you that we've just embarked, as of this recording, into a really profound multi-layered cycle of who are you? Who are you really? Like really, really? And having the courage to shine, having the courage to be seen. That watch me energy, the I can and I will watch me. That is where we are. And so riding that cosmic wave will support us. So that gives you a bit of the stage of why we're doing and taking these actions today. No doubt they will make profound shifts for you over the next 18 months. And of course, your magical practice and your self-development practice and your spiritual seeking practice is something that you get to nurture day in and day out. And it's going to evolve over time as you cycle through your own seasons. both the seasons of the wheel of the year and the seasons in your life. But the one constant that must remain is the steady drumbeat of your spiritual practice. And sometimes that will look like taking a minute in the day to take a breath and center yourself into the present moment. And sometimes it might look like an elaborate, incredible ceremony, ritual, something really juicy and delightful that you do that just kind of amps up your magic in new ways. So, the 8 things, in no particular order. One of the ideas is to shift something that has to do with your health today. Drinking more water, drinking something healthy, making yourself a green juice smoothie, whatever that may be, bringing some movement in. These are tangible ways to shift your energy, tangible ways to begin again. Something important to note here is that all of these things are very symbolic steps forward. So beginning again, rather than looking at every step in the journey onward, which there will be many, no doubt, and each one of us will have their own unique path to walk, at least the symbolic idea of beginning anew can start with one of these things. So something that shifts you in your health, how you see yourself, your physical body, because this has to do with Venus and the senses, and this Leo energy is about radiating like the sun. So a practice that can make you feel more radiant or can set the tone for you to feel a little bit more radiant. And working with your body is just one of those things to do. Dance around, again, drink more water today, something symbolic that sets you like a little frequency jump of leaping in a new direction. The second one has to do with your altar. If you have an altar right now, maybe clearing it out, definitely lighting a candle, setting the intention for fresh new beginnings. And if you do not have an altar and it's something that you've been desiring to step into, I would suggest today is an incredible day to do that, to carve out a space in your world. And for some of us, that can be like, I have my altar right here in my office slash little magical studio, or maybe it's a little corner of your nightstand, or maybe it's tucked away in your closet. It'll depend on where you are on your journey, but have it be something symbolic that you can create that says, I'm here, I'm a spiritual seeker, I'm walking the path, I am walking in magic, I am doing it intentionally, and I am open and curious to how these energies will flow into my life and through me. The third idea is to create a vision board. Because we are in this energy of bold new things to come, perhaps you created a vision board for 2023, maybe it's lying somewhere. Do something today that is vision board style. You can also do it digitally. I love doing vision boards in Canva. You can do it on Pinterest, pulling in ideas of how you want the next few months to look like for you. How do you want this next cycle that we are beginning to look like? If you want to dive deeper into what the cycle means, I have a beautiful workshop that I did recently that is very much about this energy. And if you want access to it, you can email me and I'll tell you how to get it. Because it's a 2.5 hour period of time where I give you a lot of beautiful exercises and context about what it takes to set yourself on a path of a purpose rather than being in the sort of conditioned stories that maybe we've been carrying around. But a vision board today would be pretty fantastic because you are priming your mind and your world again for something that you want to cultivate that's new. Start wearing a talisman, a jewelry or something that represents a piece of jewelry, necklace, bracelet, a ring that represents this new phase and stage in your life, that represents a commitment to walking a bold path, a commitment to walking in magic. This could be something that you already have. I recently shared in my Patreon a beautiful spell and ritual to charge a talisman, where you put it on your altar and you say these magical things and you set the intention to charge it for the new path that you are walking. So I invite you to do something like that because, again, this is a symbol of a new beginning. And then every time you look at that talisman, right? I got this one for me to represent this cycle. Every time you look at the talisman, it reminds you of where you are, and it grounds you into your your desire to move forward with this new intention and this new energy. The next is to take a first step. Take a first step in something. Have it be tangible. Take a first step in what? You will know. You will know based on the projects, the ideas, the things you've been mulling over. Whatever is that first step or the next step that maybe you're kind of been procrastinating, look at where you've been procrastinating and also be discerning. Maybe there's a project that's been lingering around in your mind and in your heart and in your like subconscious, but it's time to let that go and do something else. Be in that inquiry as well. You don't have to, you get to. So you get to take a first step in some new direction, but actually like make it so. Like be very intentional about it and pour energy into it and ask for the guidance that you will need to keep following through, because that's a whole other ball game. Is the energy we have right now is very much about taking bold action and not asking too many questions. And then there are other energies that come in to support our follow through. That's more in the realm of your Virgo energies, your Saturn, where you have your Saturn. And we'll have some lunations coming up in Virgo that I think are going to help us with that. Also, Venus right now she's retrograde in Leo. She's going to move forward early September. And then she's going to eventually get into Virgo territory. And Virgo territory is what I call the divine discipline space. This is the place where follow through happens. This is a place where we do the daily, disciplined, beautiful actions that bring our dreams into fruition as you're bringing your light into form through your path of creation and dreaming and doing. Yesterday, I was sitting with a client, and she is someone who is masterful at helping people get in action, right? And I said, you're like a devoted doer. And then I was like, you're welcome. You can use that. A devoted doer. So what does it mean for you to be a devoted doer? Not a doer that just does because you're expected to or because you do things intentionally. You do things with devotion. You do things with presence. You do things with love. You do things with trust and hope and vision as you move about your actions. That's along the lines of that divine discipline. The next one I have for you, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 is to schedule a call with somebody who can help you. Schedule a call, write an email, send a text. If you pick this one, and of course you can pick a combination of these, think about somebody in your life that could help you where you are right now. And think about, are you having a resistance to asking for help? Are you lone wolfing it? Lone wolfers, anonymous, like that's something that thankfully I've been able to clear a lot in my life. And I still find myself in moments when I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Let me ask for help. Let me ask for support here. Is there someone in your life that you can call upon to help you in this, to take the step, to do this thing? And just making that connection and allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, I would love your help because you have a certain expertise or a way of doing things or a perspective. And also practicing your receiving muscles, receiving that support. So that's another one that I think would be really awesome to recalibrate ourselves into bold new definitions of action and success, is to receive help. Then we have, and this is for those content creatrixes in our midst, it's to record the video, write the email, create the post. If there's a content that you've been wanting to put out in the world, do it. This is the day to do it. Write the email, record the video, post it, share it, do it. Don't just leave it lingering. I don't care if one person watches it or reads it or 100 people or nobody. It is merely the symbolic action of you saying yes to putting yourself out there, to being seen, to being visible. And if right now you have stories going around about, well, I've been writing this thing, or I've had this idea, or it's not ready yet, I want you to scratch all of those, because while it's really wonderful to obviously create things over time and curate things and make things that we're proud of. When it comes to setting yourself into momentum, we can stop ourselves with so many excuses. And so it is a day to be like, excuses be gone. I want you to think about this phrase that I saw recently is out with the old, in with the bold. So out with the old ways of thinking, in with the bold ways of thinking, because, and this is something I've been saying for years, momentum is magic. Momentum is the thing that when you take the action, when you take the step, when you actually move forward and lean into it, then you develop the confidence and the trust, and you basically get the feedback that you need from the universe about where am I going? But so often we are just spinning our wheels in the land of maybe, shoulda, woulda, coulda, wouldn't it be nice if, dot, 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 what if I did this, what if I did that? Today's a day to create some spell work around your ability to just do the thing. So wherever that fits in your world, I encourage you to dive into it. And the last one that I have is kind of around the same vein, and it has to do with announcing something and the magical intention of announcing something publicly in some form basically creates a commitment to doing the thing. So think about that. And it doesn't mean you've got to go all like, I'm just going to announce this big thing, but then you might get overwhelmed with not knowing exactly how to execute it. Like, let's be strategic about it as well, right? Let's be intentional and let's be strategic, but there might be something that you can announce that basically helps you like walk your talk, like, put some commitment behind the things you want to do in the world. So those are my 8 ideas. I hope some of those spark something for you to take some action on, and let that be a catapult and a catalyst for you to move forward into this next phase of creation. Being in service of creation is its own magic. Part of walking in magic and what I call creatrix consciousness has to do with being in service of creation. So if you identify with that message, you might be called upon to be a vessel of creation in this world, of new ideas, of visionary thinking, of trying things out, breaking a few plates along the way, as I've said to my dear clients once or twice, like be willing to do the thing. And the more you walk the path, the less gripped you will be by the expectations of what if I fail? The less it matters. It doesn't mean it goes away fully. It might still be in the back of your mind, but it doesn't take center stage. So you can actually go forth and make some really cool things happen. Now let's transition into the closed eye activation, really, of this energy in you. And so if you're able to close your eyes and just come into a state of presence with your body, knowing that we can drop into a liminal space of connection and intention. And what I'm calling forth for all of us right now is a sense of purpose, a sense of clarity around our purpose, a sense of curiosity around our purpose. Answering that question, who are you? Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? What is my heart's desire? I want you to just imagine this beautiful fire in your heart crackling. It feels warm and it feels inviting and it feels invigorating and it feels inspiring. And maybe what you're feeling because you're in a challenging point in your life is there's like a little teeny tiny flame, and that's okay. Whatever is there in your heart, you're going to honor it and you're going to breathe new life into it. That flame in your heart is here to help you move energy, to move mountains of disbelief, and move you into a new state and frequency of freedom and exploration and creation and visibility. You are the queen of your world. You are the king of the world. You are at the epicenter of your own unique universe. And so it is. You are at the epicenter of your universe. And from there, from your heart, you radiate out all of the love and the healing and the curiosity that you have. And it is a story that is all your own, and it is woven through your joys and your gifts and your obstacles and your challenges and your point of view and your beauty and your questions and your inquiries and your doubts. And you are exactly where you are meant to be at this point in time. You have not missed anything, and yet you have a world to gain before you. Now, I want you to imagine a blank canvas. A blank canvas. And I want you to imagine the project, the idea, the inkling that you have in mind, the thing that you're like, you know what, if I could just start this today, if I could set this in motion today, in this moment, in this form, with these tools that I have right now, in this state, without needing anything else, that idea, that project, that seed, I want you to imagine the words being magically written on that canvas. Gold, silver, iridescent, maybe it's a different color, ink. You're just going to imagine those words just being written on the canvas. And I want you to pick that canvas up with your hands, and I want you to put it up on this beautiful wall in front of you. And the wall could be bare, or the wall could have some other incredible things around it, but just put it on the wall, and I want you to stand back and just look. Just look at it. I want you to smile. And to your left and to your right, you have two beings that all of a sudden appear. To your left, you have your child self. And to your right, you have your future self. And the three of you are looking at this canvas. And your child self is so excited because you are finally about to do this thing or give this thing more energy, fuel it. And she is smiling. They are smiling from ear to ear, like a kitty child is jumping up and down, maybe tugging at your hand like, yes, 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 yes. And even if this thing on the canvas feels like, oh, but that's so small. Not when you're taking a symbolic action. There is no small moment in time when it comes to magic. And then you look to the other side and you have the future version of you, the version that has already completed this. Been there, done that energy. And they are also smiling from ear to ear with a sense of confidence and grace and trust that says, babe, you got this. It's already been done. It's been done, and whatever was meant to materialize from that idea has already taken shape. It has been born. It is breathing. It is living. Maybe it shifted over time with what you thought it was supposed to be, but it became exactly what it needed to be. So the sense of trust and confidence coming from your future self is just like palpable. And here they are, side by side, infusing you with the inspiration to make something bold and new and beautiful that expresses exactly who you are. Your story, your courage, your desire to live with passion, and this energy of, you got this. You've done it already. And so it is. In Spanish, we say, hecho está. It is done. It is done. And now just turn side to side and thank these beautiful versions of you, and then look again at your canvas. Put your hand on the canvas on top of those words, and put your other hand on your heart and say, I am ready. I declare that in this moment, I am ready to embark on this new, fresh, bold idea, no matter what happens in the future. Right now, I am ready. I am receptive. I am grateful. And I am choosing to take this step forward. And so it is. That was fun. You can open your eyes. Whew, take a nice cleansing breath. Shake it off. Just be right here with me in this moment. My husband and I have a phrase we say all the time as we navigate the current life challenges that we're living. It is right here, right now. Right here, right now, baby. If not now, when? Right here, right now. Look at where you are, honor where you are, and then make the choice to move and leap forward. Do it for you. Do it for us. Do it for the people around you. But mostly do it for you. Because you deserve to feel the thrill of doing something that might scare you, but is ultimately going to shift your energy around what's possible. And with that, I say goodbye. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, subscribing, commenting. Comment below and tell me what your idea is or how this made you feel and what else you would love to see in this channel as we keep walking in magic. You can book readings with me. I have an incredible Patreon group called Walking in Magic. We meet every new moon, and you can ask me anything there. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Thank you for supporting my work, and thank you for being you. And go on, my friend. Make incredible things happen today. All my love and stardust and moon dust. New moon dust. Bye. Take care.